Call the 9 line, we got 2 right here.
All right.
Line 1, full squad. Line 2, 30500, Devastator. Line 3.
Alright, roll it back.
Hey, we got 2 minutes till the bird's coming. 2 minutes.
Go.
Hands-on experience was, to me, the best teacher. Actually getting the chance to deal with patients and see, which treatments are best, what interventions work, and making mistakes. Mistakes to me are the best teachers. So I learned from my own mistakes and from watching other people make mistakes also.
People go from trying to make sure your airway's patent to checking your pulse and seeing if you have any bleeding, going to blood sweeps, and just totally skipping by, like breathing, making sure your respiratory rates are right and everything.
We had a live patient come in the middle of training with muscle spasms, and the genuine pain in his face. When we were all standing around the table, it just snapped us into that serious mode, and next thing you know, we were treating him, doing everything we've learned. Sergeant sat back and watched, and everything was successful.
I believe before we got the actual hands-on training, it was a skill, you knew why you were doing it, what the outcome was going to be, but actually when you get the moulage patients in there and they're looking to you to help them, it helps to remind you how important it is to relate to the patient themselves, to reassure them that everything's going to be okay and that you're going to do everything you can to help them.
I think I learned the most from the mistakes I made and the mistakes other people made when I was a patient, when they were carrying me on a litter versus me carrying them on a litter. Like, I knew how it felt, the urgency behind it, and the feeling like he didn't want to get dropped.
Get that door, get in that door. Let's go, get that door. Friendly, coming in. Let's go. Get the field, let's go. Friendly's coming in. Bravo, coming in. Watch out, please. Door right. Door right. Door right. Get your seal up.
Yes. She can walk. She can walk. Okay.
2, 8, 9er, 5, 2, break. Line 2, 3, 1, 5, 0, 0, third squad, break.
You don't hold this patient still. I'm not.
Hey, if anybody comes to that door.
Gotta get out, get out, get out!
Let's go! Alright! Two more, directly.
Alright, we're gonna move back to the other one.
Go, John! Go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Can't rest, swap out. Got the extra. Journey. Hey, oh, pick up my gun. Let's go. Big time, let's go, full time. Hey, why are you guys still here? Why is this government still breathing? I need a new grip, man. Need a grip, need a grip. Stay down. go! Come on, let's go! 1, 2, 3! Down, down! Come on, Long, don't quit. The Sliders first. Go. Go, come on. Hurry up! Hurry up!
I think teamwork is very essential to mount. I even add a little bit more to that. Teamwork and trust is essential to mount. For example, breaking into the room, you have to trust the person behind you that they're doing their job. Because if they don't do their job, you're essentially dead, especially as the first and second person going into the room. Also, we did mount yesterday, and the first go around went horrible. There was no teamwork. It was one big cluster. Everybody was trying to do the same thing. Doorways are small, hallways are small. You can't have 16 people trying to go through one hallway that only fits 2. So once we got organized, got an Alpha and Bravo team, left our medics behind, say Alpha team go left, Bravo team go right, everything ran a whole lot smoother.
Teamwork is essential in everything that we do in the military, but especially in Mount. I was Alpha team leader for Mount, and I know that I made sure that my COS knew what they were doing, my medic knew what he was doing, and then my infantrymen, because as soon as we came in that first door, there were 3 other doors, so I needed them to stack up on me quick so we could start clearing the rooms, and my medics needed to set up their CCP so we could get our casualties all taken care of.
I absolutely think that teamwork is essential, because when my team went through, we worked together and we cleared the building in just a couple minutes, and then I was a patient the next day for the same course, and the group took their time and they were yelling at each other and they were arguing, and they took 10-15 minutes to clear the building. So if you're wasting time like that, you could possibly kill patients waiting for communication and to work together.
Yeah, teamwork's definitely essential amount. Because without teamwork, you basically not going to make it out alive. If you don't have teamwork, you can't trust the people beside you, and if you can't trust the people beside you, then what's the point of doing the mission? You gotta argue with them. If you argue with the people beside you, then you lose sight of the mission. If you lose sight of the mission, you're done, you're dead.
I think teamwork is very essential in Mount, because with Mount, your life is depending on the person behind you. I'm trusting as a team the people behind me to protect my life, and as a medic, we're going to a patient who needs our help, which is their life is in our hands. So it's like without teamwork, we can never make it out. Personally, that's how I feel, because here I'm going in and I'm protecting the person in front of me, and I'm depending on my team member behind me to watch my back, to get to the patient who needs our help, and to get them out and to get them back home to their loved ones. So to me, without teamwork, there's no way, we can't do it, period. We can't do it at all without teamwork. And that's in everything, not just Mount. That's in everything.
Government, this is 04 Charlie. Be advised, we had a VB IED strike at the rear gate. I say again, VB IED strike at the rear gate. QRF is en route to secure the location. However, there are casualties that need medical attention ASAP. Hot copy, over.
Right here! Right here!
Get down in the danger area! Get him on the ladder! Get him on the ladder!
You just gotta get your dad started! Get him out of the open gate!
aid bag off. Come on.
And it's over there. I'm the carrot.
I gotta get my weapon.
Sometimes you can't just steal it, carry on.
All right, left.
And then when you remove the needle, once you hear the pressure release, the air coming out of the wound inside,
Here you go.
Strap, let's go.
Just looking at it and then sticking it and then you do it.
You okay down there in the bottom?
Down.
Good? All right, evac. Bring this one, bring this one.
Can you get that door?
Right side.
All right, back right.
Let's go. Lift him up. Up.
What's going on?
Hold on. Just relax. Down. Anticipation breathing. I'm so patient. Incoming! Let's go.
Which side does this cover me or all up on and then three going off?
How you feeling over there, buddy? You alright? How you feeling, buddy? Get that leg. 1 inch tape. 1 inch tape. Got it? Careful with that leg. Okay, good.
Dip leader. Thompson.
Swallow. Breathe and swallow. Breathe and swallow.
Stop right here. Stop. Won't stop. Stop. Rewind back.
No.
Well, I don't know. You got a pulse over the. We got ETV. Yeah, be alright, guy. Get his leg. Hey, come on, guy. It'll be alright.
Calm down.
Where are the straps? Are we using like cravats?
That shit's planned.
Here to evacuation. out of bounds here. All right, let's go. What are we doing? Let's go. Cheat on.
And my table only had one flashlight, so we were doing several different procedures and I got stuck with the stick. So I was feeling for the vein and then the flashlight would go away to help some soldier with a crike, and then it would come back to me and I'd stick the needle in, and just as I got it into the skin, the flashlight would go away, and then I'd have to wait for the flashlight to come back to see if I had any blood in the flash, so that way I could advance the catheter. And then once I advanced the catheter, the flashlight would go away again down to the foot to see if they were to help him untie the shoes, and then I'd have to find with my fingers where the pressure was so that way I could take the needle out without him bleeding all over the place. And then I had to find the saline lock, and it was very chaotic in the dark.
During night ops, probably first time I was being a medic, because I was kind of tired, up all night, and then I get my first patient and they wanted me to do IVs, and as soon as I was going to start, the lights went out, so I had to do it with the flashlight. It sucked for a while, but I got it. Took a while, but I got it.
The environment. We were out here for like 3 days before we started doing night ops, and it's completely different territory, like when it goes from day to night. You think you know where all the potholes are, but you really don't when you have that litter, and you're trying to check that patient, make sure you're still breathing, and you twist your ankle. So yeah, it's kind of hard, especially when you're right at the back gate. So it was pretty hard to do all that at night, but it was a really good experience. I liked it, and yeah, it was crazy.
We had a lot of problems setting up in the beginning, especially with nighttime BIS. For example, we had to get the equipment out, we had to set it up, and a lot of us didn't know what we were doing, and it was dark and it was cold, so we were all kind of chilly and just trying to deal with each other and the stress levels because we had been up for so long. So setting it up, actually getting casualties when they came in, dealing with the stress, and then finally triaging your patients, pulling them in, giving them treatment, and then finally sending them out to the evac was one of the hardest parts.
Greatest difficulty for me probably would have been trying to do an entire assessment in the dark, and I couldn't feel my fingers whatsoever. I had to stick somebody just by touch. It was pretty awesome. I had to feel around because my gloves, I couldn't feel anything, so I had to look at my gloves in the dark to see if they were actually red. The darkness and the coldness is what really got everybody though.